It's actually lighter than I expected.
If you want to sit down, here's a chair. I can get myself one.
Oh, thanks, John. No,
I have a
okay.
sense that he's going to be a while.
All right, do you have some valve oil?
I don't think I have. I don't use it much because between now and the next time somebody plays that, all it does is sit in there.
Sit and just thicken up and, yep.
Let me look and see. I don't think I have.
So I know I have some in my car, but I don't want to
I wouldn't.
mess
Yeah,
around.
yeah, just
These are big valve caps, though.
You can put a little water on it if you wish. I've got some of that.
Wow. It's a lot lighter than I thought.
Put a little water on it if you want.
No, I think it's holding fine. It's pretty even through there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, this is a lot lighter than my 46K.
Is it?
Yeah. And the 46K only weighs about 42 pounds. But I'm guessing that accounts for the bell flare. Because it's got that extra bend here, and then it has the flare that goes out. So
Yeah.
This really doesn't take that much air to get through, though. Wow. Oh, that's,
Responds pretty well.
yeah. Well, this is pretty cool.
So I had a national meeting of the Music Instrument Society. Lloyd Farrar from J.W. Pepper played their sousaphone like this, and I played this one as a demonstration. We played Bombasto. He played the tuba part, and I played the melody.
Yeah. This is almost. Is this smaller than that? Than the jumbos? Because it seems smaller.
It might be. It might be. I don't
Like
think the
French.
board is much smaller, but it might be.
Now, original stuff all on it as far as you know?
Not. I don't know. I would doubt very much that the gooseneck is original.
No, not the gooseneck. Like
But the rest of it, I think it probably is.
Okay.
There is evidence on one of the tuning slides on the back side of it, the bottom there someplace of having been
Repaired.
repaired some point.
There's a patch up here.
Yeah. There's several patches on the main body too.
Yeah, but how old is that instrument?
Well, that was made in 1898. So, and used heavily. And heaven knows where it was when when the Greenleaf people found it.
Wow.
Could have been in somebody's attic or something,
The library up there.
Yeah, right.
You know?
I'm not playing heroin. It's an interesting position. I mean, all the other ones, they're stuck. This is farther up here. The thumb ring is farther there. You're more up like that. But this feels more natural.
Does it?
Yeah. Because when I was the guy that I bought the 46K from, he had a lot of tubas and a lot of nice instruments. But he had a 26J and a 36J. So the short action and the long action, and they all, instead of on normal tubas, most normal tubas, the valve second in line with the instrument. But on the 26J and the 36J, they had the valves more in like a sousaphone block, so it was angled, kind of like the Marzans. And that was a much better, feeling of how to hold it.
Yeah.
It felt much easier. Yeah.
I don't like the top valves. I don't like that.
No,
feeling at all.
the British style now. Yeah, that was the other thing. Why do you think they got rid of the upper slide on sousaphones?
I don't know, but I mean, most kids that are playing in the marching band are going to use that anyway.
It's surprising because I know I use the upper slide a lot because it's easy. It makes sense for all the other ones to be there because the second slide, I know sousaphone, second and third slides are all up here, and the first slide is always down there.
Yeah.
It seems it's very strange. Oh,
Yeah, I don't even know who designed their tubas back then. But they made some good instruments.
Oh yeah, a lot of good instruments. I've actually been looking into the Is that good?
Yeah.
I was looking into, because I've been interested in how the air travels through the bodies. On some of them, the lead pipe, on normal sousaphones, some of them just go straight in the first valve. Some of them wrap around and then enter the first valve, and then some of them enter the third valve before going through everything. Like on the old Buchers, the second valve points down, all the valve slides point down. And it's just, I've been wondering how different valve configurations kind of play a part. So
You'd think that would affect the response, wouldn't you?
so that's what I've been looking around for. Because a lot of them copy the Con design. King, same way.
I just sold a King 4-valve sousaphone in E flat last winter. I didn't know that you were interested in that sort of thing, but I had this thing and it was just taking up a lot of space in my closet. Along with the other 5 tubas that I have, so I decided I probably ought to get rid of a couple of them.
Well, Ian's on his way. He's got 3. Well, you have.
I have the Holton, which is the copy of the York. That Arnold Jacobson.
Arnold played, yeah.
It was actually one of his instruments. That's a nice instrument. You know, I like that. And then I have a King Giant, which is one step down from the King Jumbo. Like Purdue University has a 4-valve King Jumbo.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, theirs have, I mean, it's same size body style as the Con Jumbos, but instead of having the standard 28-inch valve that most Con Jumbos have, it has a standard of 32 inches. But it has a smaller bore valve of 750 instead of the Con 773. But they're even more rare than the Cons.
Is that right?
You know, because theirs were made in the tail end of the 30s. And the last one was right. You know, production ended by the time of the war. So there's not many of those around. There's a guy who is an alumni of Purdue that owns a 3-valve. And then there's a tuba player from Switzerland who comes back every couple months to work with Harvey. He owns King Jumbo. And on the inside of the bell, it's gold plated, but on the inside it says a grape leaf engraving, which is kind of interesting. And he was saying that the original valve section, which was some 8.8 something bore valve, played out of tune with the rest of the instrument. So I'm guessing there's something to do there with too big of a valve section on there.
Yeah.
So he's put a standard 20K valve section onto it. It plays much better. But yeah, and then also the King Giant has same size bell as the 28-inch bell, but so it looks kind of like the 36, where it's got a small compared to how big the bell is.
Yeah.
So it rings like crazy. And I found that one, and it has a newer 60s valve section on it. And then I got a marching tuba, which you've seen. So that's the amazing collection.
Just start.
And then I heard from one of my friends in Chicago, the guy that has 48K.